Hola, 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 mis amores, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están haciendo? Espero que estén teniendo un muy buen día y también un muy buen semana. Vamos a ver, hay algo que quiero que podamos hablar de esto, okay? Like, I want us to be able to talk about this particular topic. So, I want us to talk about, how do I say this? I want us to talk about the topic of ACCROSS. I'm starting to see that just through interacting with even more people, um, I'm starting to see that a lot of women don't seem to quite understand what the meaning of ACCROSS is. Okay, first of all, ACCROSS, replace the S with a B, right? So a lot of people block this word out on YouTube. I'm just following suit because, just in case. But yeah, so a lot of women just don't seem to know or understand what the meaning of ACCROSS is. Okay, and so I just wanted to kind of come on so we can really kind of go over that briefly, right? Discuss that briefly. Ladies, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. All right, I always jump right in and I forget to say that and remind y'all to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. It is free and it helps out the channel a lot. ACCROSS can be more than physical, all right? So I want you to understand that if a male is physically harming you, that is ACCROSS. Of course, we all know that. Or hopefully we all know that. If a male even grabs you tightly, if he grabs your wrist, if he grabs your arm tightly, aggressively, okay, that is a form of ACCROSS. I need you to understand that, okay? If a male is constantly talking down on you, calling you names, that is a form of ACCROSS. Okay, I need you to those are the more common forms of ACCROSS that people know about. Okay, there are other common forms of ACCROSS that I'm starting to realize that, okay, a lot of these ladies don't seem to be aware of the severity of the situation that they're in. Okay, so I've seen a few comments where ladies will say things like, yeah, right now I don't pay anything. I don't pay any bills, but I'm the one that has to do all the cleaning and all the cooking and taking care of the kids. And we have like 2 or 3 kids. I even saw a comment that said from a lady, and she stated that she's the one that has to pay for the childcare. Like she has a family member helping with that and she has to pay for the childcare. Okay, ladies, this is a form of ACCROSS. Okay, this is a form of mental and psychological ACCROSS. Okay, because you're not getting adequate support, okay, from your male partner, whoever male you chose to be with. Okay. And when you don't get adequate support and you're kind of left to do everything on your own, then that is unfortunately a form of psychological and mental ACCROSS. Okay. Because you cannot even have a prayer of getting the connection that you might seek, getting the support that you might need, while still tied down with all of these other in-house tasks. Okay. And a lot of times, if you're the one doing all those things, the male isn't really showing appreciation for those things. They still will disregard your feelings. They might not even take you out on a regular basis, right? So all of these things are a form of ACCROSS, in the form of, think about it as neglect. Okay, so if we see a kiddo being neglected by their parent, okay, what do we say? Do we say, oh, that's not a form of ACCROSS, that's just neglect, that's not a big deal? Is that what we say? No. Okay, if a kiddo is being neglected by their parent, okay, that's a form of ACCROSS. Okay, it is the same thing if you're dealing with a male that's uncooperative, unsupportive, um, that doesn't really help. And then, like, for example, if you have to say something more than once, you say it once, you say it twice, you say it three. If you have to say something more than once, right, there's a problem there. Okay, because males know what you've said, they can hear you. Okay, they've heard you, they heard you the first time. Okay. So they know and they understand what you've said. If they haven't acted on it, it's because they don't want to. They do not want to. And the more you repeat yourself, the more you become more of like a nag, you know what I mean? And you can't really blame the male after a certain point. It's your fault, really. Because why are you repeating yourself more than once? I give you 2 times maximum. And if you keep repeating yourself like a broken record, even I would start thinking you sound like a nag. Okay. So you don't deal with males that make you repeat yourself several times. Okay. So that's another thing, ladies, that we need to realize and keep in mind. Okay. You train people on how to treat you. I had a lady comment and she said something to the effect of, I just do the cleaning myself because I don't like the way he cleans. Well, then you don't have a right to complain about it. Okay. Like, if you don't want the help, if you're going to do it yourself because you don't like the way he does it, then that now is your problem. Okay. So you're further reinforcing the way he's treating you. Okay. Because this is the person that you've chosen to be with. So if you didn't like that, you should have assessed that in the beginning stages, and you probably shouldn't have stayed if it was something that was important enough to you. Now, if you stayed anyway and you refuse to let him do the cleaning because you claim and you say that you don't like the way he does it, then you cannot complain about it because you're the one training him to not have to do said chore or said cleaning. It is your fault, ironically, right? So a lot of ladies get this confused, okay? By you staying, you are reinforcing the behavior, okay? By you staying, you are reinforcing the behavior. By you continuing to do that thing that you told him to do, but he didn't do, and then you went and did it yourself, you are reinforcing his behavior. And after doing that 2, 3, 4 times, you cannot keep complaining about the male. The problem is you. You are the problem. Okay. I even had someone say, yeah, like I'm getting ready until I get tired enough of it to leave. So you're just like waiting, sitting around. So all of these things have happened and you're still not tired enough to leave, right? You're a punching bag, right? That's loser status. That's loser mentality. Okay. You might as well just stay where you're at. Okay. Because I don't, individuals like that usually aren't strong enough to leave mentally anyway. Okay. And maybe that time comes when they are, maybe it doesn't, but there's no point in making these types of statements knowing that you ain't going nowhere. All right. So that's really the core of this message, is that you treat people how you teach people how to treat you. Do you understand? So if you have chosen to be with this male, okay, that doesn't help you with anything, that you have to repeat yourself more than once and you become his mom, because I got to be really, really honest with y'all. If that were me and someone keeps telling me once, twice, 3 times the same thing and I'm not doing it because I don't want to, I start getting really irritated and I start feeling like, okay, this person, you are such a nag. Okay, that's how I would view it as well. I would view it in the same exact way. Okay, because you keep telling me the same thing. Do you think I'm deaf? Right? Obviously, if I'm not doing it, I don't want to do it. All right. So, ladies, that's why it's so important for you to understand that when you chose to be with this person that's not a part of the 1 to 2%, and now you're dealing with all these little things like, he doesn't even have to do the cleaning himself, but at least make sure that he can pay, and he is paying before you marry this person if you insist, right? He's already paying for cleaning service for you. He's already paying for people that come in and do the cooking for you. If you don't make sure of these things and you just marry the person, oh, I love this person, and you marry them, even though marriage is a legal contract, I'm not sure what that has to do with a feeling. Okay. Super dumb, super dumb. Then that's on you. Okay. And so a lot of women end up feeling like no one cares about them. Even women don't care about them. But that's not the case. It's just when you make certain life decisions, okay, it might become harder to connect or find connection in the real world with other people because your life looks this way, and it might not match maybe the life that another woman has chosen or the path another woman has chosen. All right, so you put yourself in the position where if you weren't intentional from the start and you didn't do the necessary due diligence and you just kind of caved to the patriarchy, you put yourself in a position where it is going to be harder. It's going to hit you harder when it comes to feeling like you have support from anywhere, including women, because you making that decision based off of pressure that you felt from the patriarchy, or based off of not even being prepared. Even if you yourself wanted children and a family, you didn't vet this guy properly, right? So that's on you. You did not vet him properly. Okay, so now you're having to do everything and do all the slave labor, right? So that becomes, a thing that's really largely on you, which is why I tell ladies all the time, just leave these males alone, because 98% of them, we don't want the 98%. Okay, we don't even want the 1 to 2%, but the 1 to 2%, at least they can be of more use. Okay, if we're assuming that we're wanting to deal with that. Okay, assuming that it's something that's worth tolerating in exchange for what we're looking for, logically speaking. Okay, so ladies, the overall message here is you teach people how to treat you. And if you're sitting there saying, oh yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I'm sick of it enough to leave, like, you sound dumb. Okay, I gotta be the one to tell you, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, you sound dumb. It's like he's been trampling all over you this whole time. You're like a floor. He's like literally walking all over you, and that's still not enough for you to leave. Why even make a dumb statement like that when you know you're too weak to leave? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course he's going to keep doing it. He's been doing it this whole time. And it actually, when you reason through it, it's unfair for you to ask him to stop. It doesn't make sense. It is unfair to him for you to ask him to stop, because this is what you've trained him to do. This is what you've trained him to do. So you've trained him to do that. You've gotten him used to it. And now you want to complain about it. It doesn't make sense, ladies. It doesn't make sense. All right, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. All right, I always jump right in, and I forget to say that and remind y'all to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. It is free and it helps out the channel a lot. Leave your comments below, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.